can see here, we are going to be focused on the extended response question for recycling electronic waste and a universal language, football for dreams. So you should have already have read these two texts and annotated them as best you can. Some of you are, I know, are only working off of the online copy, but do your best to have read them because we're going to do this next part. We're going to be writing an extended response to the question after you watch me model unpacking the question and then planning. So I'm going to help you to unpack the question. We're going to be paying attention to the similarities in the paired text and choosing a similarity to write about. And then we're going to determine how to organize a response to the question. And then you're going to have a chance to write down the plan for responding to the question and then go and write your own response using the plan on Google Classroom. All right, let's go. So step one is unpacking the question. Ideally, this unpacking the question part should come right after you preview the first text, right? You want to preview the text to get a sense of like what the text is going to be about, and then you can hop into the question and unpack it. But I'm going to do this work here because it's really going to help us, I think, to plan our response. So when I unpack the question, I kind of read through the question and figure out what vocabulary seems important. So this question asks, what personal characteristics do Alex and the Iribarne sisters share? How did these qualities help them reach their goals? Use details from both articles to support your response. Okay, so what is the vocabulary here that seems important? I'm going to highlight this in red. Definitely personal characteristics. That seems to be some key vocabulary for this questions. And of course, this is the thing that they share in both articles, right? So I know I need to pay attention to that. And then the second part of the question says, how did these qualities help them reach their goals? That's some more vocabulary that I need to be thinking about. All right, so first part of the question, personal characteristics that they share. So a personal characteristic, that could be like a personality trait, right? It could be a quality, right? We remember Ben Franklin, those qualities. It could be a belief. So these are all things that are personal characteristics. So I'm looking for personal characteristics that both of these texts share. Second part of the question asks me about reaching their goals. What did they do? How did these characteristics or these qualities help them reach their goals? So reaching their goals, how did it help them achieve their dreams? Basically, how did it help them to do what they wanted to do? Okay? So as I head into the text to read, my question lens that I developed should be focused on what are the traits and beliefs that I'm seeing in the people in the articles, and how do these traits and beliefs help them? How do these traits and beliefs help them? Okay, so when I went to go read, I paid attention to this in the question lens as well as the regular lens. So at the end, I am now prepared to figure out how we can organize an extended response question. So I'm thinking here that my first step is to come up with the similarity, right? What is the shared characteristic in both texts? So I kind of thought, let me make a list of the things that I see these kids both share. So I definitely think the kids in both articles are very kind. I think the things that they are doing, finding soccer balls for refugees, getting rid of electronic waste, that's a kind thing to be doing. I also thought they were resourceful, right? They were really creative in terms of like dealing with the problems and finding solutions. I thought that they were definitely persistent. They were determined to do these things. Obstacles were in their way and they pushed through them. Definitely caring is another characteristic. It wasn't just that they did a kind thing, but they really cared about their communities and other people in the world. And which I thought was also like a thoughtful thing to do. I wouldn't necessarily think to do these actions myself. So I thought that was really thoughtful. They're really thinking about others. And then I definitely thought that they shared a characteristic. They were working together. The Iribarne sisters worked with each other and with the coach. And I thought Alex, I know, worked with his group in his community to achieve these things. So I got to focus in on maybe 2 characteristics, because it is plural. It says characteristics, personal characteristics. So that means more than one, but I think if I do 3 or 4, it's going to be too much. I'm going to focus in on 2. So if I'm really thinking about which of these shared characteristics do I see most in these 2 articles, the kids in both articles, I think I'm really going to go with determined as one of them and caring as another one. I really thought that the kids were caring and determined. I think there's lots of examples that can show both of these traits, these characteristics. Okay, so now that I know what I'm going to be focused on, I can think about how I can plan this response. So over here is a tool that I know you've seen before, 2 great ways to organize an extended response. So after you unpack the question, ask yourself the questions below to help you decide which option is best for organizing your extended response. Okay, so is the question asking me to talk about just the similarity in each text? Well, it does say the similarity here, like what do they share? So that is the similarity there. But then it asks, how do these qualities help them reach their goals? I'm thinking that these qualities maybe didn't help them in the same way, right? These qualities help them in kind of a different ways in each text, right? So I think that might be a difference. So I'm thinking my answer to this question is no. It's not just asking me about the similarity. So if I say no, I can move over here. It says, is the question asking me to talk about the similarity and the difference between both texts? Yes, I agree. That's what it's doing. Similarities and differences. So I'm going to be going to, boom, option 2, how to organize our response. So I know in my introduction I got to be thinking about naming both of the text and making a claim about how the text answer the prompt similarly and differently. Okay? What's the same between text A and B, and what's different between text A and B? And then in my body paragraphs, I need to pay attention to make sure I'm making a body paragraph that tells how both texts answer the prompt similarly and how the texts both answer the prompt differently. You know what? Although I'm thinking for this particular text, I might talk about how they do the one characteristic similarly and differently, and then I might talk about the second characteristic and how they do it similarly and differently. So I think that might look like this. Body 1 would be the first one, how caring helps them reach their goal in both texts. I think that's going to help me. And then body 2, I'm thinking how determination helps them reach their goal in both texts. So my similarity is going to be caring, right? And then I'm going to show the difference in how it helps each of the characters reach their goal. So let's lay that out in a plan. Here we have our 4 boxes. This is how I like to plan my extended response. My introduction, I'm going to say caring and determination are my 2 traits, so I want to name them. So I want to say Alex Lynn and the Iribarne sisters share personal characteristics of caring and determination. Boom, there's my similarity. Now how can I talk about the differences, or how can I talk about that second part of the question? I'm going to say that these 2 characteristics motivated them to reach their goals and overcome their obstacles that stood in the way. I think the caring was the motivation, and I think the determination was what led them to overcome the obstacles that stood in the way. So right there is my claim for this text. I can answer both parts of the questions with that claim. All right, I've planned my introduction. Now I have to think about my body 1. What am I going to include in body 1? So I'm thinking I'm going to be focused on that first characteristic of caring. I'm going to talk about caring here. So I'm going to talk about how caring motivated Alex, right? And it motivated him maybe in a different way from the other girls, so that's kind of a difference. And then I also want to talk about how the caring motivated the Iribarne sisters, right? So the similarity is the caring, and they were motivated in different ways. So that's my body 1. All done. Boom. So I've talked about this first characteristic. Now I want to move to body 2 and talk about the second characteristic, which is going to be the determination. So how determination helped Alex overcome obstacles. There's a lot of things that Alex did to overcome all the obstacles to get rid of some of this electronic waste in his state. So I definitely want to talk about how he pushed past and overcame those obstacles. And then I want to talk about in that same paragraph how the determination helped the Barney sisters to overcome their obstacles to helping all these kids. It wasn't easy. They had to do some things to achieve their dreams and achieve their goals. So I want to talk about that. So that's how I'm going to organize body 1 and body 2. I'm talking about the similarity, which is caring, right? And their motivation is really the difference, right? They were motivated in different ways. And then I'm going to talk about how this other similarity, determination, in both of the texts, and then how it helped them. So Alex was determined, and it helped him in different ways to overcome those obstacles, and how the Barney sisters overcame those obstacles through their determination. All right, finally, conclusion. What can I talk about in the conclusion? Well, I know because if I look back over at the other page for my tool, I need to talk about maybe just name the differences. So biggest difference, Alex was disposing of the e-waste, and the Barney sisters were donating soccer balls to the refugees. But then I also want to leave my reader with some kind of hallmark moment. And it's good to kind of think about that as I plan, if I have time to plan that. I think my hallmark moment was that, you know what, the important thing to learn from these things, I think other kids could be like inspired by these kids. So I'm going to say, I'm going to talk about how readers can learn from these kids' examples. So here is an extended response plan. Take a moment now to jot this down, because you can now use this to write your extended response. You can pause the video if you need to get this down now. All right, let's move on to the next phase. Before you go to write your extended response, I want to make sure that you are including, you're using a checklist to help you, and you're including everything that you need to include in an extended response. So I've included in your assignment this tool. You guys are familiar with this, the extended response checklist. Make sure that you're using that as you write your extended response. That's going to help you to make sure that you are including everything you need to include to get a great score on your extended response. No matter if it's a 5th grade prompt, or in this case, the 6th grade prompt, if you use a checklist, it's going to help you to remember to include all those great things. I want you to make sure once you've written your extended response, that you go back and reread what you wrote and make sure it makes sense and that you included everything that you wanted to include. You've got to revise and edit. This is something that you, in the ordinary writing process, you do over some days and some times, but with these kind of extended responses, you kind of got to do it right after you write your extended response, because that's how it would be if you were doing this on a test, right? You got to revise and edit. That's very important. And it could make the difference between getting a 2 or a 3 or a 3 or a 4. Just going back to making sure that you have done some revision and editing to make sure it makes sense. And then finally, I want you to peer and self-assess using the state rubric. We're going to talk more about this tomorrow, but just know that's going to be part of doing this work. And there is that tool that we're going to be using to peer and self-assess. And I also include this copy of this on the assignment. All right, so I hope you're ready. I hope you have your response plan written down. And I want you to see what you go off and write off of this extended response. Good luck, everybody.